Okay, so what we're going to do is a tutorial for a quest called the Final Enemy in Saltmarsh. And this drops a very, very important item called the Skullduggery Cap. If anybody has it, if you could link it to me. You know what? Never mind. I'll just bring up the DDO Wiki article. I unfortunately don't have it yet, even though I've farmed and farmed and farmed. This chest can be a little stingy. Yesterday I farmed it with like 4 other people. Guess who got it? Everybody but me. And if anybody wants to join me, this is going to be a max level 5 group. So it drops the Skullduggery Cap. And the Skullduggery Cap is an absolutely exquisite piece of gear out of heroic Saltmarsh. All right, Media, I'm going to grab you here in a second. Oops. There we go. Okay, so here's the Skullduggery Cap. It's level 3. It's a Wisdom and Necro focus too. So if you're a Wisdom Necrocaster, it's incredible. But that's not why this is awesome. It has 3 charges of Death Ward that last 10 minutes each. And it's level 3. I'm going to say that again. 3 charges of Death Ward that last 10 minutes each. And this is a level 3 item, okay? So throw away all your Visors of the Flesh Render Guard, people. Okay, because that's level 5 goggles that has 1 charge that lasts 7 minutes, okay? You don't need those anymore. You know what you do with those? You know what I did with mine? I put them on a tray. You know, I arranged them really nicely. I put a little paprika on them, a little garnish, and then I served them to my sentient weapon, and he loved them, all right? He just gobbled them all right up. That's what I did with all dozen of my Visors of the Flesh Render Guard. You don't need that item anymore. It's a wasted space in your inventory. It's higher level. The charge lasts, you know, less time, and there's less charges. Level 3, 3 charges, 10 minutes per charge. This thing is awesome. It really is an absolute choice piece of gear out of heroic Saltmarsh. So this is what I'm trying to get, and this is a very, very an important early farm in hardcore. If you have the ability to cast Death Ward, great. Then you probably don't need this. But if you don't, I would highly recommend that you farm this out. It comes from a quest called the Final Enemy. And this is one that, you know, some people skip because they feel like it's long. But I'm going to show you that it doesn't have to be long. If you sit there and you clear out the map, yeah, it's going to take you a while to do it. But if you just do the things you need to do, this one doesn't have to take very long. And that's something I recently learned. I didn't know that about Saltmarsh, that apparently this place was designed so that if you stay on the road, you won't aggro mobs. There's a lot of mobs in here, so if you run straight to the quest, you're going to aggro a bunch of stuff. But if you stay on the road, you don't aggro anything. Oh, cool. All right, so after this, I want to stay tight on the road to demonstrate that we don't aggro anything. See the road? Watch this. I just learned this, like, just this past week, that if you stay on the road, you don't aggro anything. I almost died out here running to a quest during the first week of hardcore. Because we were just running all Willie Nelson and, you know, spiked a red dungeon alert, it lagged out. I was in cap for like a minute on the live stream. You know how terrifying it is to go in cap on hardcore? And then for a minute, I think my heart stopped beating for a minute. See how we're not aggroing anything? Because we're staying on the path. Haha! Knowing stuff. You can too. But right now we're going to do a tutorial of the Final Enemy. And I have a walkthrough on my YouTube channel for this. It's called Final Enemy Fast Walkthrough. We're just going to do hard to keep the risk down. Okay, so I'm going to show you, because a lot of people think this one is really long, and I'm going to show you it doesn't have to be. You just got to just stick to the things you got to do, and don't worry about the rest of the map, because there's 3, you know, pretty good sized levels to this one, but there's just tons of stuff you don't need to do. Okay, first we're going to talk to the sea elf here, and we're going to say, go to the lower level and distract some Sahuagin patrols. Okay? And what that's going to do is, it's going to be, there's literally nothing to fight on the bottom level except one group of mobs right before the end fight when you do that. So the third level just becomes run to the end fight, basically. Alright, we got a sonic trap here. It's a doozy, so be careful. The box is right over here. Looks like we're going to get Froggo to do it. Thank you for getting Froggo out. We're going to go to the right after the gate. We're going to run by the fish lasers. Fish lasers, washer constructors, you can run right by them. You don't need to fight them. If you're worried about squishy people in your party, then you might want to just kill them. It doesn't take too long. But if you're speed farming this for a Skullduggery Cap, well, just run by them. All right, then we're going to pull this lever. We're going to go through here. And if you're soloing, you can literally run by the stuff in this room. You don't have to kill it. All you got to do is pull this lever. So if you're speed farming this, you can just come in here real quick, pull the lever, and go down. You don't need to mess with anything in the room. But if you're with a group, just for safety purposes, you might want to kill everything. So that's level 1. The level 1 is just getting downstairs level 2. So level 2, there's 3 signal crystals. We got a light to open that gate to continue. And one's over here. Sometimes there'll be a Sahuagin patrol over here. So here we just got to do a little puzzle to light the signal crystal. No big whoop. Just got to direct the light into the signal crystal. And we're done. Boom. Okay. Now the other 2 signal crystals that we got to light are on the other side. And they're right here in this room and that room. There's a lever we got to pull, and that's it. There's a little group of mobs to fight in each room, though. And they're telling you which side. See, there's 1 on the right side and 2 on the left. Now we're going to go do the 2 on the left. And don't worry about, like I said, I got a video on this that I'm showing. In my video, I show you exactly what I'm showing you right now. So if you're like, you know, paying close attention because you don't want to forget, don't worry. The video is going to be there. Caladons, good morning and welcome. Thanks for finding me over here on DDO stream. There's sometimes an orange named sea or an orange sea lion. Here he is. Sometimes there's a collectible in here. Not this time. Okay, we've lit all 3 signal crystals. And now we can go through that gate. That gate will be open now. And there's two, other than opening that gate, there's 2 objectives on this level. One is to kill the Baroness, and the other is to put another diamond in the Jukebox baby. There can be a patrol right here. Sometimes they're they're wandering around, so sometimes they're further down that way and they don't even aggro on you. Oh, rest in peace, Deathy. I'm so sorry. What did he die on? All right. So we're going to go over here. There's going to be a group to fight after this gate. And then the jukebox is right up here. Tower of Frost. Oh, man. Yeah, you know what? On Hardcore 5, that was one that we just did on hard. I don't know that one that well. So here's the jukebox. Somebody's got to touch it. Just put a dime in it. Play a song. Not everybody has to touch it. That's the underwater breathing device. And now we need to kill the Baroness. And she's right in here. And if you want, you can just grab the aggro and pull them around the corner. If you're worried about, you know, like the range tunes pew-pewing you or something. But on hard, no big whoop, right? But do be careful about Saltmarsh. I almost got one shot here by a champion caster, Nyax Cold Ray. If I wasn't at full health, I would have got one shot. A lot of people are dying in Saltmarsh. These quests are pretty serious. Anyways, you just had to touch that device and kill the Baroness. Now we go to level 3. So be careful in Saltmarsh. It's definitely tougher than other stuff if it's level range. Even Strimtom bit it from a caster Bullywug on his stream. So now we go to level 3. And like I said, because we told the Sea Elf at the start to distract the Swagan patrols, we're missing someone.
Almost there.
You okay?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So because we told the Sea Elf to distract the Swagan patrols on the lower level, there's nothing to do on this level except the end fight, basically. You can shrine if you want to. I'm going to rebuff before the end fight. But we're just going to go south to the end fight. That's all it is running to the end fight. There's going to be one group of Swagan in a little room right before the end fight. See, this is where we came in. We just go south to the end fight. And that's all we do. We don't worry about anything else on this map. That's all we got to do. And there's one group of Swagan right here. There's going to be about 5 or 6 of them on elite. Only 3 on hard. And for the end fight, I want to pull here just to demonstrate. We got a hound?
We got a hound. Sound humble. Sorry.
I thought that wasn't 30 seconds later.
Okay, so for the end fight, you've got the Swagan and you've got the water weird that's going to come out of that box. What you can do is you can grab the Swagan and pull them back around these crates, and then the water weird can't shoot at you over here. So you can fight this stuff isolated from the water weird if you want to. Now you go in and take out the water weird. And that's all you got to do. That's final enemy. So yeah, it wasn't so long. Grab the page to finish it. And this is where your Skullduggery Cap comes from. This is a pretty cool caster. Yeah, it's got Ghostly False Life. And it's part of the set bonus. That's pretty cool caster outfit. And once again, I didn't get the damn Skullduggery Cap. Alright, thanks for coming, guys.